each piece that usually goes missing. Okay. So y'all go get kind of each piece. And rarely do we ever do this where I give y'all every piece. Okay. So um fun fact. If I go back, hold on, my bad, I was starting the recording. You have to kind of take this all the way back to high school. I graduated in 2010. I play ball, but I know with a shadow of a doubt, I want to do business. Even then, I had took a business class in high school. My business class teacher was like you really like this, like you understand it. You need to do something in business. So I hear him, but I play ball, and like y'all, I'm a ball player. Like everything was ball. I went to school to play ball. Like not even to college yet. High school. I went to middle school. I went to elementary. Like I got to go to school to play ball. That's how deep I was in it. But I knew I wanted to do something with business. I always liked tech, right? All right. So randomly one day I quit playing ball. Just quit. I just I ain't love it no more. Which I had an injury. I tore my quad. All of my medical people know tearing your quad is like you're not supposed to be able to like run or walk again. But anyway, go through that. But I hear God speak to me for the first time ever, like really clear, to where it's like that moment of some of y'all have had that moment before, like that. You know it's him because you know it ain't you that just said what you said. And I heard him say to me clear as day, I let you go back out there, but I never let you love to play it again. And when I went back, I ain't love it no more. So when I got tired of politics, I stopped playing. I went to college, y'all. Didn't take none of the scholarships I had. Went to college. The college thought I was coming to play ball, and I just never showed up. I was going to class. One of my partner was like, "Pope, like, man, on campus, what you doing?" He said, "I ain't come here for y'all. I came here to go to school." I said, "Hey, man, I got a Pell Grant." I said, "I had a little academic scholarship. I'm in, baby. I'm on campus. You know what I'm saying? I'm in class." But anyway, I always been a seller. So before then, I was doing graphics for people on Facebook. I used to, when people used to have them Facebook profile pictures, which crazy, which was kind of like AI art. It is the same thing. It's crazy how things come full circle. But I did that. Then when I was in college, I'm selling snapbacks, shoes, and hats. So fashion been a thing for a minute. Um, I end up dropping out of school because I was paying my way through school. So like I had did something to lose my Pell Grant. I think I failed a math class because I stopped going and I didn't know you weren't supposed to do that. So I had to go my last semester of college. I had to pay them cash. And I was going in paying them cash because I heard about student loans. I ain't want one. So I'm paying cash. So just to paint this picture for y'all, was doing that. My sister ended up needing a new car because she wrecked her car. And so she needed some money. And I had to pay like 1,000 to start school. And then it was like 250 every 2 weeks. I knew I could do the 250, but the 1,000 was like, dang. So I gave her the 1,000, didn't go to school. And I just kept working. Around by this time, in between that time and like 20, that was like 2011, 20, like going into 2012. In between that time and 2015, I completely lose myself. So I'm not this me for years. That's when I become a media engineer though. So I'm behind the camera. So I learned how to do everything, like as far as like with a camera and like doing concerts and stuff. And I was working in ministry. So I could make a boring message a fire one, all off crowd, and it wasn't even real. Don't don't none of y'all be shocked because it's 2024. So you felt like the people was really into the word. They wasn't. I created that crowd reaction. So your favorite preacher may not be that good. If they hire somebody who know what I know. But glory be to God. But anyway, so that's where the media engineer come in at. Then I started working in sales. I sell rims and tires in my city that blow up. Well, right before that, I was selling floor plans for flooring, and I got into kitchen cabinetry. So I worked for a company where I got to design it. So I learned a lot of business in there because these people would be coming in paying $10,000 for stuff. To be honest with y'all, besides dope, I ain't know nothing people paid $10,000 or more for. You get what I'm saying? At that point in my life, because I grew up in the hood. So flooring, rims and tires, I'm booming in the rims and tires. I get fired from that job because I had a hating manager. Some of y'all done been through that. And then I started in the wireless industry, and that's when everything clicked for me. I started literally as a rep. I watched the Dan Locke video. Shout out to those of y'all who know Dan Locke. I watched the Dan Locke video a day. My sales just grew crazy. Me and my partner, he one of my best friends to the day. He become my store manager. We take that store to one of the top in the country. They made me the assistant manager. 3 months later, they moved me 2 hours away to a new headquarters. We built that from ground up. This when I learned real estate because we in a shopping center that just got rebuilt. I made friends with the real estate guy. So blew up in that. Then I get the job to take over the entire Gulf Coast, biggest region that we had. So I get to run in the entire Gulf Coast. They give me a $5,000 credit card, car, all of that. Pandemic happened. I become that dude in the pandemic because I figure out how to sell internet to people. So we go through all that. And then all that to get to this part of the story. That's when I'm in Chicago. One of my partners tell me, hey, bro, they finna sell our company. We one of the biggest dealers in the nation, in the world, really. And he like, they finna sell the company. What you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. I ain't did no deal yet. And I knew it was time for a new deal. They had just told me you the number one sales executive in the country. Like everybody, like my director, like I call my AT&T partners. He said, I call my Verizon partners. I call all of them. Nobody did the numbers you did. So, bro, you the number one in the country, bro. So I know hey, I'm like an NFL player. We just won a Super Bowl. Hey, baby. Yeah. How much money we talking? So I'm knowing new contract finna come. They talking about selling the company. They did. 3 days later.
Damn.
So 3 days later. And president of the company, he called me. He like, we got 2 options. And it's crazy, y'all, because only in Peak Life do I tell that part of the story. Where I'm at in my life when it happened. I'm in Orlando at one of our Airbnb. We sold it since then. That we had, I had with a group of people, right? We down there, business folks from my old business community. We chilling. I get the call. I go in my room. I answer the call. He tell me straight up, you rebuilt Chicago. They want you in Chicago. You can go to Chicago. We can make that deal happen right now. Gonna be the most money you ever seen. So I'm knowing, I said, okay. He was like, we can't keep you in your area because it's too big. It's a problem. It can't be ran by one person, so they go break it up. Because bigger companies. So they like, we selling the company in 2 companies. Chicago going to TCC. What's the name going to CS? Everything else going to CS. I hear God tell me clear as day. Because me and my wife, we're in a horrible place. But I hear God tell me clear as day. You go to Chicago, you're going to lose your marriage. Because once you don't do good in cold weather, at the time, she was recovering from dealing deeply with depression. And I'm going to be 100% real with y'all. I knew who I was going to sleep with and everything when I got up there. I was like, listen, your boy been on edge. I've been holding on tight. I moved to Chicago. I'm going to hell. I said, because listen, by Ride of the Coochie Cat, I said, I can't. I was like, I knew what God told me, I visualized it instantly. Look, and you know how you think. Some of y'all have been there, so we just being real. You know how you think you don't want to be with your significant other no more until you get to that point where you really got to choose. My nigga, I chose so fast. I said, hey, what else you got? What else you got, boss? And he said Dallas, which is crazy. Her best friend lived in Dallas. And on my vision board in 2017 was Dallas. So I moved to Dallas. Long story short, because y'all have heard the rest of it. 6 months later, I cuss out the same dude who moved me here, the vice president of T-Mobile. I cuss him out and tell him, you got to fire me, bro. Because you got to blame somebody for what just happened. Audit went wrong, found out somebody was cheating some numbers. I'm like, bro, you're not going to take accountability. I just hired this other girl. We're not finna fire that girl. You go fire in a few months anyway. Go ahead and give her time. I'm richer elsewhere. Because I never got the new contract, y'all. Just put that out there. He say, all right, I'm gonna call you back. Call me back. He said, all right, we're gonna let you go. So I get another job, y'all, like a week later. Because you gotta remember I'm high commodity. I get a contract job. Even though God told me don't go work for nobody or start your own business. I said, yeah, I hear you. I hear you, big dog. So I think I'm slick. I get a contract job. Y'all, I raised them people 30%, they fired me. Because they say I'm overqualified. Because they
Wow.
were like, you can't. Later on, somebody told me, I didn't understand, but later on, somebody told me, you mess up their taxes if you keep all that money coming in because you put them in a different tax bracket and
Different.
they got
Yep.
to make more tax write-offs.
Yep.
They You can't increase money, not make no tax write-offs. So they were like, we need money, but we don't need that much money. And so then I start Juice Corp. And I'm already, mind y'all, I'm already TikTok famous on Man from Mississippi, but that's the only page. I start Juice Corp, start selling t-shirts. And this around the time when like B came around, like the person who been here the longest is B. So
Mhm.
B see me selling shirts every day on live, TikTok every day. Every day. And uh people start asking like, hey man, you got to teach us how you selling all these shirts. And it was
Mhm.
all drop shipping. I wasn't shipping out one, it was everything was drop shipping. So go through that, start selling, doing the classes, and then meet Ursula, and all these people flock to me. It blow up, and then this is 2022. So 2022 go crazy. 2023 go crazy. We had the first Beat Life conference. 2024 this year go even crazier.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's long story short. I feel like I had to give y'all all of that there, to be like, how did you get here? And 2022, y'all, me and B always get these 2 years confused. It's either 2022 or 2023. It had to be 2023. That's when me and my wife got marriage counseling and we went to group counseling. And I just want to tell y'all this because it's called Beat Life for a reason. I told God, I said this prayer. Some of y'all can steal this prayer. I said, God, check this out. Do what we got to do. I said, hey, if you cannot let nothing, you ain't got to do nothing big. Just don't let nothing go wrong. So
Mhm.
I can go do everything I'm supposed to do for you. And then I'm good. I'm like, because I know I got a lot in front of me. But my problem is I can't do everything I need to do for you, which gonna keep me blessed if I keep doing what I do for you. But I can't do it if I'm distracted and I gotta fix this, I gotta fix that, I gotta fix this. I said, now
Right.
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the stuff that I've been avoiding. And one of them, I got to start at home. So I got to make sure home's great, family's great, because I don't know why, but you keep putting your foot down on you can't go where you going if your life not right, because
That's right.
it just go. I learned later through coaching other people, it just go flood into the business anyway.
Mhm.
So I say that to motivate y'all that some of y'all, the reason why you don't do what you do is because the stuff in your life you ignore that. So when I tell you, oh, you got to go live, and you say you struggling with the little stuff you struggling with on the business side, that stuff is minor compared to this stuff that you ignoring every day.
Mhm.
So like when y'all be wondering how we get bold enough to do this, to go full time like this and stuff like this, it's because I've had to face stuff in my life I didn't want to face. I had to go in sessions and talk about stuff I didn't want to talk about, ways I was treated, stuff I did. Like I had to face my life. So because I live unapologetically me, that what continues to give me the energy, and what really gave me the energy after I had already did it in corporate and I didn't want to do it again. I'm like, I'll climb all the way up the ladder for it to end like this. And God talking about do it for yourself. Big
Mhm.
dog, man, you crazy. But I did it, and how I did it was I had to beat life and not let life beat me for real.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a representation of your business. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you as a person are or how you're carrying yourself is definitely going to flow into your business and how, what output comes with that because you're putting your whole self into your business, especially in this space. So, you got to be able to face whatever obstacles you're going through, whether they're big or small, and get yourself into a position that you can be a solid foundation for your business, because without that solid foundation and without you, there's no business, right?
Yep.
So that's definitely a strong message, coach. And I appreciate you for, being open and telling us everything about how you started, where, from the beginning. And I know going through those trials and tribulations, there was some point in time that you were just like, I'm not doing this no more. Man, listen, you got some struggles, and I'm sure you faced imposter syndrome, because everybody has done so in one point in time.
Yeah.
So when you come face to face with that imposter that's in your head, how do you overcome that? What is it that you do that's like, man, listen, I know what I'm doing. I got this. That's irrelevant.
Yeah. I turn it off. And I definitely faced it. And that's the crazy thing. What's crazy, and I think I said this on live, or at least in my stories, I didn't want to go back to Atlanta for years to do business, because I come from the people who connected out there. So I always felt like that was their territory. And I know they do it away in the ads and they kind of birthed this whole era. They not screenshots, but this come live the life I live, and let me show you the Lambo. Let me show you you get what I'm saying? And I ain't never been
Mhm.
like that. I'm thoroughbred in what I do. Thoroughbred business, thoroughbred sales. You ain't got to show no result to sell. And that's because in corporate, it wasn't no, let me show you the results to make money. We had to make our money. These were real customers who walked in. And if you only gave them for what they asked for, you were gonna get fired.
Mhm.
You had to figure out a way. If they came for one phone, they gotta leave with three. If they
Mhm.
came for if they just came to get a phone fixed, they gotta leave with a tablet. So I come from where we really had to sell and we really had to do it. And then being from Mississippi, you really had to come up with it, because ain't nobody there gonna help you, and ain't nobody looking for you in Mississippi. So if you were gonna make it, or if you were gonna do something, you really had to do it, because it was that. So like even in Atlanta, I didn't want to go back to Atlanta for years, because I'm like, I figured out my own path, doing my own thing. I don't have to connect over there no more. But like one of the biggest things that helped me get over imposter syndrome this year was I went out there being myself and I packed my room out. You get
Mhm.
what I'm saying? I
Yep.
went to do the networking event there. Nice. Riley there. So I would say the number one thing, you gotta turn everything everybody else got going on off. And literally, sometimes I still do that. Like being completely honest with y'all, the digital marketing space was my test of how mature I was in that. Cause like even with having a course and having courses blow up. You get
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And then like even being inside DBA, and everybody know if you've been DBA a long time, like what we went through in the summer. I had to
Mhm.
100% stand on being me.
Yep.
I had to 100% say, I don't care what's going on, nothing. I'm
Mhm.
me, and I finna show it to you. And I'm gonna stand on the way I do things. And the thing I always tell myself, y'all, is the reward for being me, nothing can compare to that. Cause I don't want Bob's reward, because it won't fit me.
Right.
I want mine. So
Yep.
like when you think about imposter syndrome, you may think it's sweet for them, but what you got to remember is that they shoes ain't gonna fit you, because it molded for them.
Mhm.
So I just keep my mind on the reward. So sometimes I turn everything else and everybody else off, so that I can focus on what I need to be for me. And even if I think that for some, I don't think this much, but even if I think mine ain't as dope as everybody else's, I know my reward that's made for me is doper than anything I can imagine.
Mhm.
So I focus on what it's gonna be like when I finish and I get mine, and I stick to that. And when that's even not shining enough, I just turn everybody else off. I don't follow people all the time. One of my mentors, truth, y'all, ET every time the hip hop speaker, I don't follow him because he gives me imposter syndrome. Like when I admire him so much and I
Mhm.
followed that path so long. But when I think about who I am, My man of God who taught me so much of like how I'm able to speak to y'all on live on the stage. I don't follow him. I know how and when to go see them folks.
Mm-hmm.
But beside that, I don't look at their stuff every day because I cannot allow that to affect me and change me from being who I need to be. Because Josie not following ET. Josie not following Apostle Paul Beard. She got Coach Matt for her
Mm-hmm.
business.
Mm-hmm.
So for me to stay being that, sometimes you just got to turn them off so you can stay focused.
That's awesome. And I'm glad to hear that because there's points in time where, and I'm sure all of us in the room have gone through this where we'll compare ourselves to someone else and their journey and we're like, man, how come they're doing X, Y, and Z and I'm doing the same thing they're doing and I'm trying and how come, they're getting further ahead than I am and I've been there plenty of times too. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I'm still, sticking to the game plan, still putting out what I need to put out. And there's times where I'm just like, man, but this one is doing similar to what I'm doing, but it looks like they're getting more exposure. But I really have to reel myself back in and remember that what's for me is for me. What's for them is for them. My time right now may be slower than theirs because my end reward might be bigger. So God is probably prepping me in these baby steps and saying that I'm going to take time with you because what I have for you in the long run is big. So I want to build up that strength for you so you can carry what I'm about to give you.
Yeah. And right timing is so perfect. Like an example, and it's crazy how the people you coach, I was telling somebody this the other day, the people you coach can literally inspire you if you humble enough. So like y'all stories inspire me. And one of those stories that inspire me is B. Y'all got to understand in 2021, late 2021, entire 2022, B's watching everybody, me and Ursula, her the coach, working with default blowing up. Like y'all, it be funny. The money y'all think y'all can see in digital marketing. We did this already.
Mhm.
Like I'm talking about niggas going to the rooftops. Nigga had $1,000 days. And I mean, at the time, it felt like we was all it was on the platform. It's clear to other people, but we just had our own world. And it felt like it was unstoppable. And B showed up and supported everybody. Not one day did she complain or hate on anybody. And to know that now she's had the longest tenure of success of all them people and still somebody I can turn and see right there still working that I can still turn and pour into. That's different, y'all. You gotta like
Mhm.
you can't be jealous or envious or even an imposter of what somebody else got because you gotta real life you gotta want yours just that bad. And I watched her want hers so bad that she never even bothered nobody else's. Never, never did she bother anybody else. When I say every time I said let's celebrate these folks, first person, she would be there the entire time. And when it came her time, she like you gotta have a little bit of competitive nature in you too. That when it's my turn, like I'm gonna make you niggas mad that I waited.
Mhm.
You go wish you go wish I went first
Yeah.
because I'm gonna make it my turn as long as possible. I'm going to be very immature about
Make it known,
it.
okay?
Listen, yeah,
As she should, and as we all should. You know what I'm saying? We all are putting in our work. We're all putting in our time. Everybody's on their own race right now, right? Everybody's doing their own thing right now, taking, real life things and trying to balance business and life. And that's hard. Okay. And that's hard. I posted a story today about my experience with my class. So I'm in a research, like statistical class right now. Started it 8 weeks ago. When I first started the class, I had my academic advisor call me and he said, I'm going to let you know right now, people have failed this class. It's a very tough class. And I just want you to be prepared. So, of course, going into the class, I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to fail. So I went in with fear. I was afraid. It's a class I've never done before. First assignment, I passed. Second assignment, I failed it. Okay. Now that I was shook, I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to do good. I'm not going to do good. I'm in my last day of the class, guys. I am passing this class with an A right now, a 97. I say that to say this, okay? Tune out what everybody else has to say. It does not matter what everybody else's experiences are. It does not matter what someone else is putting, what type of bug they're putting in your ear. Focus on what you need to do. Utilize your resources, utilize what you know, put in that work because you do not know what you can accomplish until you try.
Come on.
Had I sat there and I let these fears take over, I probably would have failed, you guys. I probably would have failed. But I said, you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to do it. There's resources that I can use. And I applied myself and I surprised myself in the end. Okay. So don't worry about all that outside noise. It's not about that right now. It's about you utilizing your resources, what you can get done, how you can apply it, and just move forward. You can do it. And I'm sure, like, Coach has said, you battle that imposter syndrome. You're not sure exactly who you are in certain moments. Get over that fear, you guys. Get over that fear. You can do it. If you apply yourself, you can do it. Now, Coach, you have touched base on some of the things in your life that you have going on, these classes that you have upcoming this week. Where do you get your ideas and your inspiration for some of these things? I know you started doing these polls. So especially with like Beat Life and BPU, how was that born? Like, how did you end up creating that?
Mm-hmm. So one, the ideas, and this gonna be funny. The
Oh boy.
ideas a lot of time comes from TV.
Mm.
Yeah, I get so inspired from watching movies and TV shows. I get a concept from anything, and that's why I tell people you got to be and I've always told my partners this, my employees this, everybody. You got to be such a fan of the game, and you got to allow yourself to be a fan. You just can't allow it to be a consumption of your time.
Mhm.
Everything is routine. So like my routine, my way I reward my mind to allow it to settle is I watch TV at night. Like, yeah, when I turn this off, it's done. Like it's either we are already ate dinner or it's eating dinner, kids in bed, and I turn the TV on. I love watching a show because I love concepts. I love a story, and I allow it to inspire me. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like I don't watch to not learn. Everything I watch, I make sure I get somebody, whether it's sports, those stories inspire me. TV shows, like I'm watching Good Doctor right now. I would watch a series, and my wife, she's like this too, so it helps. And we'll be breaking down the show sometime, breaking down concepts, character development. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that a lot of it. And the rest of it is community, y'all. I go outside. Like you gotta go outside. Like too many of y'all, you don't network or you don't go nowhere. Like if you don't go nowhere, you don't know the other people who are inspired, especially digitally. Like digital and online can be a trap because you're bringing what's out in the world to online. It is not always the reverse. Now it's a special talent to take what you learned online and put it in the world. But y'all, we got when you separate it too far, you miss the big picture. Like up here in Dallas, they're building the Disney, a Disneyland experience up here. The unique thing about it is somebody thought to say, what if we put it in a neighborhood? Which most people would, all the old guys, hell no.
Yeah.
Like we're not doing that. You know how much that gonna take? And somebody had to fight for that idea to say, well, let's build the neighborhood around it. So they'll literally build a housing community, almost the size of a small city, around the Disney experience. So you can live there.
That's crazy.
You down the street from Mickey Mouse. Like somebody fought for that. And it's coming together so beautifully. So like that inspires me. Be Life came from, I was in a community, y'all, so powerful, called Walk It Out. And when I was in that dark place, trying to figure it out, didn't have a job, wasn't making money. My wife's working in the hood. I'm talking about, then I'm back in my hood I grew up in. Imagine leaving and coming back. And that embarrassment that you married and now you back in your hood. You know, it's a drug infested neighborhood. You get what I'm saying? It's I'm not who I was in the hood. So it's so much that you deal with. You get what I'm saying? Shoot, you said back at mom's. Yeah, yeah, mom gone. I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do that long. Yeah, I ain't living with no parents. It make me homeless. You know what I'm saying? I figured out, give me a box of 10 something. I ain't living with no parents. I get it when people got to do it, but I be like, we finna go do something. Might be selling dope. Whatever we got to do. Jesus, you might want to help. But anyway, I really got Beat Life. The building of Beat Life came from being in that community because they inspired us and gave us challenges to do it. Such a wonderful group of people. The term came from one day I'm in a Bible study. My man of God, he preaching a series. And man, he started going in on, man, some of y'all be letting life beat y'all. Y'all broke and beating y'all. You beating y'all in your health. Like, I'm like, everything he naming is me. I'm like, oh, my God, man. And at the end of it, one day he said, man, you got to beat life. Can't be letting life beat you like that. And it stuck with me. And when I went to walk it out, and when they was like, what y'all gonna name y'all stuff? I said, I'm gonna name mine Beat Life. Don't let life beat you. And mind y'all, this how long y'all gotta hold on to a vision. That was 2014.
Wow.
That was over 10 years ago, y'all. 2014. Wow. And I used it as the name of my speaking company. And then as it developed in the 2000s, when 2000 hit, I kind of reformatted as a goal coach because I was in management and people would always come to me for goals. And then I had it there, but I wasn't doing nothing with it because I'm in corporate and everything popping for me. And when I leave, one of my partners, he tell me, he said, bro, nobody knows sales. He was like, in social media like you. And he was like, I'm out here, bro. Trust me. He said, bro, they can't even tie your shoelaces. He was like, bro, if you just start, it's over, bro. Like, he was like, nobody, he said, bro, nobody knows the stuff you know, bro. You've been through corporate, you know money. Bro, you got fired and went and made $3,000 from your office supplies on let go to pay all your bills for a month so you could sit at home. Who do that? He said, who do that, bro? Who sells the stuff out of their trunk in their office, makes $3,000, like $3,500? He said in 2 days, just to give yourself time enough to sit at home. He said, bro, bro. He said, forget what's on Instagram, bro. Can't nobody do that. So he was inspiring me and telling me, like, just try it out. And I did. So that's 2021. So as I'm selling the t-shirts, I'm thinking about it the entire time, but it didn't pop out to then. BPU came from me sitting in this. I had went to Houston. We did some content for the conference. Now, and this something y'all really need to pay attention to, and I'll make this quick so I can get to all Joey's questions. Q1 was horrible, y'all. In Q1, I'm talking about of this year, I got money, but I ain't making money. Y'all feel me? I got some in the bank, but I ain't got none in my pocket because y'all wasn't buying nothing. And we pushing the conference, and nobody buying conference ticket. Almost the whole Beat Life was like, I ain't got no money. And so all the Tumblr people disappearing, t-shirt people disappearing, coaches disappearing. And I'm gonna stick with the plan of it's all community. But the plan was to end in April. So in April was when I was supposed to open back up exclusive. Because I knew I could make enough money for me, but I wanted to build my community. And I don't like selling to y'all, and y'all ain't making it. And that's what I had. I was the only, but we wasn't none of us making no money. You know what I'm saying? So then April came. I said, all right, I got to pay some bills. I got to be open. Open up exclusive. Boom, baby, we back. You get what I'm saying? So back, and within 30 days, I bought my wife a new car. You get what I'm saying? Wow. We was that back. but I still had the same problem. But what I didn't think about that problem, the digital marketers just started showing up. Like Bree, Marsha, Ashley, them telling me every week. They trying to explain to me MRR. I'm acting like they trying to get me signed up for AARP. I'm like, man, I don't want none of that. Like, man, I ain't trying to hear that. I'm looking at the digital marketing landscape. And when I'm 100% with y'all, it was so scamish. I'm like, bro, the risk of this in every way was horrible. And you gotta remember, I'm from corporate, so I'm like, oh, well, I knew. I said, I told everybody before it happened, I said, man, once Stripe get a hold of this, I said, man, disputes. I said, they go shut all this down. Like, I ain't finna, man. I said, man, that people go to jail for this type of stuff. I said, man, I ain't getting involved with y'all. You know, I was like Craig, I was not going. I sat in this chair, heard God clear as day one day. He said, who are you to deny the people that I sent you? I said, all right. And what really turned it around for me, y'all, was I went and looked. I said, let me take a second look. And I looked at the people who was already coming to the lives. People was tuned in. I just didn't have nothing for them to say. Or I had stuff for them to buy, but every day I was telling digital marketers, I'm not gonna coach y'all, but they came back every day. I was like, this is crazy. And what I looked at, Josie, was I seen people. When I got out of my own way, I said, these are people that looking for another level of income, that got a dream. And I said, when I really think about it, I've never seen so many people invest in business. I said, all these years I've been doing it, or even in corporate, talking to people in the communities, I ain't never seen everybody believe. And I said, something happening amongst all the bad. Something's happening with the people, and they shouldn't be punished because the people who lead in the space just want some money.
Right.
I said, okay, I see exactly where I fit. And to be honest with you, I knew this was gonna be like when it was May, when I said I was gonna do it, I knew it was gonna take me a full quarter to establish it. And I said, all right, so it's a lot of people lying. I gotta trick them. And I said, I gotta go outside and I gotta talk about digital marketing. Then when you get close, I'm gonna tell you digital marketing.
Yeah.
I said, let me show you business. And I did, you know, you was there. Like, that's pretty much how it worked. I went and said, hey, digital marketers, hey, come on, guys, come on. Everybody get real close. Y'all know y'all doing it wrong, right? And everybody was like, okay, well, show us what we're supposed to be doing right. And from there, it worked, and it worked out. So I had to go a summer of just being a wiser version of me. And I knew I'd give y'all a trade secret, because there's people who start courses who don't understand this. I knew in sales, I didn't mind not getting the first sale. So when you create a course, y'all, how course creators make their money, and it's different ways, but the number one way you can do it, which a lot of course creators are trying to come to me now to see how they can do this, you get the second sale, give away the first one. Let the people get it. Let them get it. Let them sell it. You get the second sale. You ain't gotta get the first one. You may ain't gotta get the second one. But as all them people are collected there, all you gotta do is give them something to buy. Either that or you let them promote it. Because if you own the brand, you can always move it. You can always change it. You can always, and that's what we used to do in corporate. We used to give away the first sale, like from referrals to anything. All the deals we made with like Sam's Club, how y'all can go in Sam's Club and buy, is I let you get the first sale. I even let you get the full commission for the phone. You want to know why? I get paid every time they pay their bill. That's how it works. That's how Sprint, T-Mobile, they don't own them phones. They make no money out of the phone. Only whoever sold it, that's who make the money. Sprint, T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon make $0 from you buying it. I mean, zero, y'all. $0 from you buying the phone. Because we make that much money from you paying your bill.
I believe it.
All you gotta do, let you pay your bill. Gotcha.
I believe it.
Yep.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense. I think that at this point, if anybody has any questions for Coach, you guys are more than happy, I mean, more than willing to ask him. So if there's anything that you guys want to, we're gonna dive deep here, okay? I know we've already asked some really, really great questions so far, and he did give us some feedback and, just his backstory and things of that nature. So I'm sure there's questions that you guys have as well. So if you guys want to ask him, please be my guest. You guys are
Ain't
more
gonna
than,
hold back neither.
he's
We did
not.
it. We did it last time. Bree and Ashley was there in last February and Beat Life. It got good because they asked a good question. So I'm gonna see if y'all can encore that thing. It don't even have to be a business question. I'm gonna answer it one way or another.
I want to see what you guys have for Coach tonight. I really, really do. If you guys want to unmute yourself and ask him, you are more than welcome to. If you guys want to type it in the chat, please go ahead. Let us know what you guys got. I know y'all have questions. Don't be scared.
Tina got her hand raised.
Okay. Go ahead.
My question is, I know you said that you've been involved in other types of businesses. I know you said you do drop shipping. Of all the different businesses that you've done, which one have you been the most successful in? Because I'm doing drop shipping, I'm doing print on demand, and I'm just getting into the digital marketing. And I'm just curious which one is doing the best for you.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. So this is gonna be a funny answer, but I'm gonna correct it. The first one was the one y'all hate, which was having a job. listen,
That's
because
real.
I will, but that doesn't work for everybody. That's why I don't run around yelling that. But once you get to a certain tier of a company, I want to just tell y'all something. The big dogs, you don't really do nothing. Like when I figured out that most days I don't have to do anything. So that was I would say, and the reason why I say that too, to be honest with y'all, was because that's when I had the most resources, which that taught me the most about business because I had a $5,000 credit card, so I paid for nothing. I didn't pay for my clothes, especially I ended up with a T-Mobile brand deal, which is a crazy way it worked. They gave me a car, they paid for my hotel, they paid for everything. And then they gave me the employees, they gave me the power. So that was the biggest I've ever took a company, I should say, because I went from $3 million to $4 million in the pandemic. I pioneered T-Mobile Internet because they already had it. They figured out they can sell it off my analytics, which is really historical, which is funny that the only credit I ever get for that is between me and the employees that worked in the company. Because, which is still funny. Every now and then somebody message me and say, every time I see T-Mobile Internet, I be like, Matt is the superhero they will never know. Because they didn't know it worked until I sold too much of it. And they was like, oh, wait, so the system can't handle it? Yeah. And they never asked me even how I did it until the end, and it was really simple the way I did it. But that, I'll say, in the other success in straight business is two things. The fastest money is coaching, mentoring, digital marketing. If I had to put that in a box, this is the fastest money, period. The most money, it just takes you longer to get it, is brand deals. If I had the time, if I had a job, I would only do brand deals. Because in a brand deal, y'all, a brand deal is just brand deals and speaking. For what you trying to work to $50,000 for, a brand deal, y'all gotta remember, I negotiated one brand deal for $1 million. With FASA, it's just they didn't do the deal. You get what I'm saying? The next closest deal to that was a $20,000 deal. And that's when you bounce in between Walmart, Wrangler, these people, and you know how to negotiate them. All you got to do is just stop doing them for a video. The problem be people do them for one video. You got to know how to talk to the person that the person you talking to work for. And you got to lock in with them for a long time. You get what I'm saying? So now they like for you to prove it and they big on negotiating, but brand deals and speaking, same thing with speaking. Like some of y'all don't know this, but if you see me speak anywhere, no, they had to pay me $20,000 for me to even get out the house.
Mm.
I don't go because I know I'm hot. I know I'm one of the hottest things on the internet. I know I can draw. And I know when you put me on that stage, I know what's going to happen, even though it's been years since I've been on it. So whoever get me first, you getting a deal because I don't go outside. Like I get asked to speak y'all all the time. I say no, just because I'm not finna nickel and dime myself.
Mm-hmm.
Most of y'all who speak here, you take way too little money. If it's 10,000, don't even go. If somebody asks you speaking, they say they're gonna pay you any amount, or you tell them how much they're gonna pay you, and they pay it that day, you was under budget.
Mm.
You was under budget. So speaking and brand deals is the biggest money. The quickest money though is what we doing. That money, this is the fastest it's ever been, y'all. Like, I don't care what you do. Like, even t-shirts, drop shipping. You can be doing that and you'll be hot for 3 months. Man, it'll disappear.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta wait. You will literally go. I can show y'all my Shopify. I can show y'all $10,000 weeks, pays. And I can show you dust.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
I know in October I did really well in drop shipping. Just for that 1 month, it was over $8,000. And
Yeah.
then other months it would be 2,000 or 3,000. That's why I've been focusing on drop shipping more, because I feel like that's what's bringing me money now. But I'm going to add the other marketing, the digital marketing to my Shopify store and just have a collection that's just that. So
I can tell you a secret. Nobody who's successful in drop shipping, that's the only thing they do. Every one of my partners, everybody I know who famous doing it, the secret that they don't always tell, none of them, that's the only thing they do. I'm talking about even the people I know who have reached 1 million from drop shipping. Because it's even worse. Sometimes you would do $1 million a year. The next year will be like 250,000, which is a big drop.
Mm-hmm.
If you mess around and range your business or scaled it to $1 million business. So it's natural. My tip for you is they have these Google Analytics and Google Trends. Check the Google Trends, follow them as close as you possibly can.
Yep.
yeah, that's what I do. I'm going through some, I'm in another program for e-com also. I've been doing that since June. That's how I learned how to do all this stuff with the print on demand and everything too. So
yeah, and scale it the way you got 4 minds.
I'm retired, so I can do all this. So
boom. Yeah. Scale it the way you got 4 minds. One of my partners, he said the only way he figured out how to maintain it was out of the 4 minds he had, one person was go get hot. That's the only way. He was like, and when that person don't figure it out, somebody else figure. That's the only way he kept it going. He said sometimes it'll be one person for a whole year. But he told me, he was like, if it's something else to it, I don't know what it is. And I told him, we got to understand there's a big gap in between our brands and Amazon, Walmart, and Target. So after a while, no matter what you're selling, it's convenience. And it's just hard to beat a brand of Walmart, Amazon, or Target, because they go eventually happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of the best things drop shit right now, I shouldn't be telling y'all this, is one, everything that's on TikTok Shop, but something that'll never get old. I just had it. I don't know what I did with it. Is them tripods. You want me to prove it to you? If you go to Walmart, Target, Amazon, of course, has it, but if you go to Walmart, Target, the tripod you buy is always worse. Every tech thing we have is worse than what we get off TikTok Shop. Everything better. The lights, the little lights we put up, that stuff is orderable stuff. Still to this day, I check to be sure. When you go in Walmart, they got the jankiest tripod you can get. That bad boy go break in a week. Like drop shipping tech that we know that we use every day, for some reason. And the company that should have made bank that didn't was Best Buy. Best Buy I don't know if y'all know this, but they going bankrupt. They're gonna be gone by 2030. And I think they gonna turn into outlets. But that's what they missed. They missed, just like I told y'all, Red Lobster, 2 companies that missed their mark. Best Buy missed from selling smaller tech. Them TVs, when TVs went to trash, because we stopped buying them every Black Friday and income tax season, they needed something else to sell. We didn't always need a new laptop. And then Apple took over with Mac. You go just by them going to the Apple store instead of going to Best Buy, like it wasn't enough. And Red Lobster, because I felt like they should have turned their stores into seafood joints instead of restaurants like that. They should have started selling crab legs. Think about if Red Lobster, y'all, with the money they got, would have turned into Juicy Crab. They'd still be booming. But we don't go there now because we know we can go to Juicy Crab and stuff. We don't go to Red Lobster. Who says, let's go to Red Lobster, unless you want the biscuits?
Some biscuits is fire.
Yeah.
I need some biscuits.
Yeah, but after that, it's like, ain't nobody going to get no catfish from Red Lobster. They go get some, man, we finna go down here to Bob's. Yeah.
No, that is true. That is true.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Great question. We have more, Coach. There is more. I know someone had asked initially. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Is Diera? She says, have you ever had a moment where you didn't know where to start and what approach you took?
Every week. That would be crazy. Y'all, the tools keep you on track. You cannot, it's not here. We all think it's here, and then we think it's here. I can be motivated enough, or I can think it. Y'all, the tools, and Josie knows this from following me closely. Muna, so many people in here, they know this. If you watch me close enough, you will literally see me use the tools. You will literally see me ask Jarvis, we'll probably work the thing. You will see me go to Microsoft to do. You will see me go to my routine. Like, I don't, and also it's better for my health to not operate all off of this. Yeah. So I don't always know what to do. You know my story. I didn't know BPU. I didn't know how to start. I just found a gap. So in between writing it down and researching and then making a decision. So when you have an idea and a concept, you got to put it on paper. I learned that first. That was the first thing I learned back in like 2013, 14. I write it down. And for years, all I did was write it down. When it started working for me, I learned how to find a gap. So I learned that sales, because you got to make money, you fill in what you need. If you want a customer, you get what you need. I had a cake business, believe it or not, y'all. I had a cake business. And my cake business blew up because I sold cakes every day. So it was called King Bake Same Day Cakes. And the thing was, you could order the cake. Nobody in the city, because everybody was stuck on, it got to be from scratch and it got to be homegrown. So nobody could get it to you the same day. I was the only person, because I'm at home already. I ain't got no job. You can order a cake. Hey, 2 hours, that bad boy done. Why? Because I'm baking it right now. I'm baking it right now. And some of them, after I figured it out, really, once again, it was processed. Get what I would do, y'all? I would already have the cake baked. I just would ice it, because really, I didn't know what icing you would go on. And the only ones I had to bake, like if it was red velvet, strawberry, but everybody wanted vanilla and something, or strawberry, like, you know, so if I did, I would do one of them. And then I would hustle that cake. So I knew if I showed that on Facebook, somebody go buy it. So I would show me making a strawberry cake, and somebody say, I want one. I can get it for you. Hey, listen, it's what's up. And I would tell them 2 hours, but it just take me 10 minutes to ice it. It's been done.
Listen, that's smart. That's smart. Yep. That is smart.
And my only competition, I went wholesale with her, and that was because she sold these cake jars. And I waited till sis had to move to college, and she made a post saying, I can't do it no more. I said, check this out. I will come get them from you. From the dorm. Jaja needs you to make them, and I'll pay you what they were paying you, because I'm finna sell them for, she was selling them, I think, for $5. The jar was almost $5. I was like, all right, man, I was selling them same price as cake, pretty much, $20.
Shoot, listen, you gotta get it how you get it.
Shoot, yeah.
Okay.
I said, one of the dope boys in my hood told me one day, he said, man, you outsold me today. I said, I know.
Them cakes hitting, okay?
Yeah, I said, I know. I said, I know you've been out here all day. I've been in the kitchen. Water whip.
He
Yeah.
dropped the Pyrex out, but it ain't for what we think it is.
Hey, he went out of business a couple months later.
Oh,
Yeah.
mm,
That's good though. He didn't need to be in that business.
yeah. Well, you know what? It's funny because for years, okay, for years, and it wasn't until this year that it clicked to me that I'm like, girl, you've been really working a small business and you didn't even realize it. Every holiday season from the beginning of November to the end of December, I would make coquito. People go crazy with coquito out here because there's nobody that really makes it out here. So of course I'm like, all right, I got y'all. And I'm selling it. I'm getting the bottles out, getting instead of mason jars, because I was starting off with mason jars. So the mason jars, I was getting those glass long neck bottles, making it look nice and fancy, decorating it and selling it. And then lo and behold, now other people start selling it and trying to, right, match it.
Yep.
But you ain't got my recipe because you pulling the recipe off of Google. I'm getting my recipe off of my grandparents. Like, we are not the same, okay? My grandparents are from the island. We're gonna make it fresh. It's gonna taste different. It's gonna taste better. But it wasn't until this year that I was like, I was really running the business for like the past 3 to 4 years and didn't even put two and two together. But this year I didn't do it. I did not do it this year. It's not too late. I can still make some this year. I'm gonna make some this year, but because people have been asking for it. People have been asking for it, so I got to get on it. But it's crazy how things like that work out. Like, you sell these little things not knowing that you're actually in business, and then it ties into what you're doing now too. So, see, somebody said, where do you see your business in the next 5 to 10 years? That's a
I don't
good
know if I
question
want to
too.
tell y'all all that. And De'Ara, I'm gonna do your other one too. But to be honest, y'all, my goal is not to be a coach. And that's so funny. Anybody who indulges in my Instagram stories, which is where I really talk a lot of times, and I'm starting to put those on TikTok. I said last week, and I was really for real about it, and it was kind of emotional, y'all. I don't want to be the rich coach. Like now that I'm right there at the door, because as a coach, y'all, long story short, you work up to the done for you, the real done for you, not the done for you we created this year. You work up to you pay me, and it always is in between y'all. The market for it is $25,000 to $40,000. You pay me $25,000 to $40,000, I do the business for you. And I've developed that skill set. I have the team to do it. So that's the place where I'm at. Now I literally have that offer out now. I got a few people, like I got one pretty much closed, two on the deck, and I got an email list that ain't mine that's gonna be crazy. So I can see the other 500,000, the $1 million right there. But to be honest, y'all, I like business. Like I like building stuff. You get what I'm saying? I want there's a warehouse I want. My brother's in trucking, so I want to have our own trucking business. You get what I'm saying? And I want to do it right. Like that's why we're going so big into funding. And to be honest, I want to be like the dudes on Shark Tank. I want to be able to see a business and invest in it. So I really want to have the money. Like I don't really care. The coaching tools are really so like how Josie got that she can sell. I'm like, shoot, man, let's go to New York. I want to just be able to just hop on a plane, go to New York, and say, let's look for a spot, or let's look for somebody who already got a restaurant. We can wholesale through them. Let's make it a brand. I want to put money into what we know work because we know how to work it. We know how to make it work. So my thing for the next 2 years is really just building with lenders, building with banks, so that I can go out there and do stuff. Like I like business like that. You get what I'm saying? So building a business. And to be honest, y'all, I got some talents that I have held off because I needed to make money. But I used to write plays, y'all. Y'all don't know this about me. I used to write plays. And the 2 plays that I put on, like in my city, they was bomb. Like everybody was like, nigga, this a movie. Like, James, like this a movie, like they're hard, y'all. So I want to get into a place where I can go 3 months and focus on stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? So like I really love media. So there's a lot that I want to do with YouTube and podcasts. I want to do music videos for people. You get what I'm saying? So like really the media company is one thing because everything drives through media, but I want the media company to influence I want the media company to influence the investments. So
Right.
if you have the idea, I want you to be able to get the media through me, but also to be able to get the investments and get finance through it. And the coaching business would essentially be like a training. Like that's what I really want to do. I want to train business owners, and I want to be able, like I say, if y'all can spend $5,000 on buying a product, y'all know how much that literally equals to in schooling. Like, especially if you only need a semester or two and we
Yeah.
can educate you, online, come to the graduation, give experiences. And also after them 5 years, I want to build communities. I don't want real estate where I just own a house and then it actually kind of irritating because I can't stand up people because they just be talking. I be like, listen, bro, I want to build communities. Like I literally have an idea for a community that is based on the community center. So it has to be funded, right? It's because it got to be built right. But it's where everything is in the community. I'm talking about parks, schooling, you get what I'm saying? After school programs. Like I want a kid safe. And when I first started, I didn't think of it like this, but I want an autistic friendly. You get what I'm saying? And I got a
I
lot
love
of stuff
that.
I want to do in that. Like there's a lot of resources we need for autism and Down syndrome, like our schooling systems. We got to start making the money, y'all, so we can take over that stuff. Because public schooling ain't the way to go, though.
Nope.
They don't care about these kids. And it ain't even the people. It's just the systems ain't been updated. So like they got this thing out here in DFW now where they firing 20 and 30 teachers at schools for fraudulent license. Like it's like our kids are they people, man.
Right.
So I want the movement of the money is my 5 years. Like I want y'all to be able to grow and prosper. But for me, I want to be able to move the money to where in 2030, I want to be like Shaq. I don't want to get no no's. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, because somebody will give you a no. But if we want to do it, we can do it. Like
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen.
yeah. And I want that type of relationship with banks to where I got somebody behind me that ain't gonna play no games. They like, we know y'all serious about y'all business. Y'all get returns. Y'all don't just pour stuff out of y'all heart and it ain't tailored. You know what I'm saying? I want to answer De'Ara other question. She said, how to focus on one idea versus trying to accomplish all the ideas at once and get overwhelmed. Well, and that's a short, quick answer. If you really ever want to be overwhelmed, mess around and let God make all that stuff happen at one time. You go quit. It ain't because pressure, you go quit because you want to. You ain't gonna be ashamed to say you quit. You gonna be like, I quit. Why? It's too much. So one idea is worth it, y'all. One idea is like, exactly, if you already thinking about 10 ideas and you getting overwhelmed, why not bless yourself and work one? I didn't do as much in Juice Corp as I wanted to this year. These hats I only did one stock of. I didn't really push the jogger sets like talking about like, and I didn't give myself some crazy excuse and no, I'm busy, yo. It's a lot of y'all. Like even y'all that's here, those of y'all that's on the inside, y'all see it because you see people every day that you like, I ain't know they will beat like. I ain't know they will beat like. And you mean tell me it's hundreds more y'all that's just out there somewhere? Yeah. Like it's a lot of us and I'm focused. So I only did so much this year, in fashion. I didn't chase the brand deals this year. But the best thing I can say with that, and we'll go to the next one, you got to stop disrespecting yourself with expectations. And the thing about it, sometimes y'all, you only want it because you seen somebody else have it. So a lot of time I turn expectations off because like how we want to be millionaires. What happened to 600,000? Because I don't know if y'all know, but 600,000, nice. Because after you
That's
spend
nice.
100,000, I
Mhm.
don't know if y'all ever spent $100,000 and you looked. Now I did this, it wasn't my account, but when I looked and the account still had 500, I said, hey, this it. We just signed 100,000. We when them folks say you gotta pay them 100, you gotta pay them, you gotta pay them $100,000. I said, maybe I could talk them down. They said, no, just go sign it. He go cash it, it gonna be $100,000. And
Yep.
then I went back and looked with the little access I had. It was still $500,000. And I said, you mean tell me I can go find 4 more buildings? They say you can find many of them you want to until their account empty. I said, yeah.
Dude.
And y'all talking about be a millionaire. Like you gotta like what you got. If I gave some y'all $1,000 right now, it'd be better day of your life.
Hmm.
Sure, especially if you ain't gotta spend it, having money left over when you pay all your bills. So that I would say that's enough for me. Like you gotta trust that this thing gotta feel good too, y'all. That's the blessing y'all get from
Yeah.
me, Josie. Y'all can hear that in so many of our voices and how we feel about our business. Go for the happiness in it, and it gonna
Hmm.
happen. But trust me, and also know it ain't never enough money.
Never.
Like it's enough, but at the same time, the greed part of us ain't never enough.
We
Man,
always
you'll
want
make the
more.
most you ever made, and at the end of the day, you still be thinking about how you can make another.
Hmm.
So you kind of got to just let that part go and
Yep.
say, I'm going to enjoy what I do with the money, and I'm going to enjoy the fact that I did it. Like me accomplishing the goal is number one. So, and if I if I set too many goals, I don't get to finish them. So that mess with my mind, it mess with my energy. You get what I'm saying? My energy works off if I set one goal and I do it. Like there's people just like with people feel, y'all, right? Y'all,
Hmm.
we see these people online every day in fitness. Just, you gotta be at a calorie deficit, and you gotta eat this, and you can't
Hmm.
eat that, and you can't eat that. And I lost 5 pounds last month. What you talking about? Like you gotta be that person. You and I didn't do none of what you talking about. I
Yep.
ate, I ate less fried food. I ate broccoli 3 times last week, and I did that all month. And I did my walk in my water. I burnt 5 pounds. You gotta celebrate that. And again, what? I still don't look like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. That what they be trying to show you. But you can lose. Oh, you can. I can that lost. He lost 98 pounds, y'all. He not sexy. Like, but we celebrated because nigga, you finna live longer. He was
Hmm.
type 2 diabetes. He reversed it. He lost 98 pounds and he did it right. He ate holistic. He didn't take no medicine, none of that. Like that, that's what I be talking about.
Right.
And get what? He just did that. He didn't say, oh, I want to build muscle. He doing that now. He just said, I'm gonna just eat right, I'm gonna just walk miles.
Hmm.
So we got to go back to being real with ourselves on stuff like that. That's how I don't get overwhelmed because my one goal I accomplished, I'm turned up off of that by
Hmm.
itself.
Celebrate yourself, even the small wins. I think people get it twisted. Like they see, or they feel the need to only celebrate when it's something huge. No, you should celebrate yourself even with the smallest things. You got 5 more followers to your social media accounts. That's celebratory. You accomplish your list of all the tasks that you have for the day, for the week. That's celebratory. Like you have to celebrate yourself even with the small wins because I feel like if you don't, you overwhelm yourself even more. You just put too much on yourself. It's okay if you don't finish that list that you created today, get back on it tomorrow. You guys have to stop being so hard on yourselves. Give yourself some grace. It is okay. It is okay. Tomorrow is a new day. Start over or pick up where you left off. It's all good. It is all good, guys. Um, I think we have more questions for you, Coach.
See, Dennis, it says, what's the biggest mindset shift you had to make to scale your business to what it is today? The biggest? This is good. It's so simple, but it's good. And I know Josie and so many other people can relate to this. Selling people what they want rather than what I wanted them to buy.
Mm. Hmm.
Because you will think, speaking of ideas, you will think of some, this is the one you, and they be like, hey, what's that? I like everybody over there pointing at the Pepsi, but because you grew up on Coke, you steady talking about some, y'all niggas don't see this cherry Coke. This man, we got the Christmas edition of the cherry, the cherry lemonade Coke, nigga. What? And everybody over there like, you got some Pepsi?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sell them the Pepsi.
Hello, you're going against the grain. I'm going against the grain.
Mm-hmm. You gotta sell them the Pepsi, yo. If they want Pepsi, man, you gotta sell them the Pepsi. Like you can't just keep going in there with what you want, man. Them folk been told you what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Been told you what they wanted. Then
That
had
is
another
true.
one. Oh
That
no,
is
I just
true.
read that one.
You skipped over, I think their name is Jeray. It says, I know we are all working towards multiple streams. Do you think people should focus on one thing, for instance, digital marketing, print on demand, and master that before taking on another stream of income? Or do you believe people can just jump off the porch and manage building multiple streams at once?
The multiple is the problem, especially like if you thinking forward two can work, but it depends on you. It depends on how disciplined you make yourself be. And then mastery is another problem. Like I used to hate the unfinished quote. You can be a jack of all trades, but a master of none. The quote don't end there because then later on it goes on to say, well, better is somebody who has a lot of whatever, and it may be a master of none. So does it work? It got to be about you and your life and what you can do. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I have the ability to make a little bit of money from merch. So sometimes I make a few $100s from merch. My Amazon was lit, y'all, the other day. Because my Amazon is up there, but I don't push it. But I did one series on my Amazon, y'all. It's like, because they kept sending me an email. I'm like, why they emailing me? I look at the email and they like, get your money, bro. You ain't set up the payout. And
Hello.
I'm like, yeah. Which $40 is a lot in Amazon money, y'all, because you only get paid like $2 per product.
Yeah. Yep.
So a lot of people went and bought the sets that I wore in the summer from my Amazon. I said, oh snap, okay. So like that $40 down to sometimes there's 100, 1,000 in merch. Sometimes it's 10,000 in merch. Sometimes like long as your main one that brings in the main one is the main one. So you know, the main got to be the main. Whichever one is pulling the weight, it got to pull its weight. You got to be responsible to it, and you got to make it responsible to you and your business. So that's really that. Like if you got another thing you can do to make money, and the goal really should be like there's things that I'm building, y'all, that it ain't got to be flashy or make money. I live in warehouse world. I gotta get vending machines. Because it's too many warehouses. Literally, y'all, we got warehouses that cover city radiuses out here in Dallas. Like, and I live by a bunch of them. It's day everywhere. If you want something that's online, I can find it out here. You whatever it is you want, Wayfair, furniture, blue jeans, whatever it is, baby, we got it. So I got to be crazy to not have a trucking business that fit that. But can I start the business without me having to run it? Y'all, that makes sense. The vending machines, that's minimum time. I'm going and changing the stuff out twice. I got to make sure I got a good contract with somebody who can go do maintenance on them because I ain't got time to be going over there trying to figure out how to fix it. I do this.
Right.
So it just got to be stuff like that that makes sense. I made a video today telling y'all one of my secrets to Turo. If you can find a discount car lot, Josie gonna like this one. But there's car lots, y'all, that will give you a car just based off your money. We frown upon them because they usually be high mileage cars and they be too expensive. You want 5 Turo cars? Go buy one car from them. with the intention of gaining their trust. Because the way their system work, because it ain't based off credit, if you can pay for one car, we'll give you 5 of them.
Yep.
We'll give you how many of them you want, as long as you pay for them. And you using discount cars. Like Turo, the joint ain't got to be super fancy. This ain't somebody's car they living out of. This is a car they using for the weekend or a car they using for the week. You get a nurse who needs that car. Y'all know people will Turo your car out for months.
Yeah.
Just like they do Airbnbs. So, and get what? You didn't have to use no credit. And you working with a dealership that ain't gonna give you no problems. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, people do that for Uber. They don't be using their regular car. They go down there discount play. Hey, how much I got to put down for this? 3,000. You can have it. Yeah, listen. And y'all know it gonna be some essays over there too, baby. I love my essays. Listen.
Real hustlers.
Carlos. Yeah, 3,000. Yeah, listen, told me, I was over there this morning, matter of fact. Told me, hey, Matt, and this is good, eh? Hey, well, you ready for your next 3? You know to call me. Yeah. And don't call Richard. I know that's your guy.
Yeah.
Listen, Carlos said, hey, I see you looking at that Mustang out there. What you want to do? You already in the books, baby. You ain't got to do nothing. Just start paying a note.
Yep, there you go. Listen, I have a whole Turo guide, so it goes through all of that stuff that you're talking about right now. So I feel you on that one. But that's the way to go too, guys. That's definitely the way to go. I know Danny had another question for you, right?
Yeah, I gotta go back to it.
Where's she at? Right here. So she said, what habits or daily routine have had the most significant impact on your success as a digital marketer and entrepreneur?
What habit? Not going live. Going live for sure. I know y'all expect me to say something else, but if I'm being dead serious, it's going live. Going live. If I had to do another one, hold on, y'all. Let me get the door open.
Going live is a big one, you guys. I can tell you right now, I am guilty of not going live as much as I should be. I really need to start going live more. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've had trauma, and it's not so much from going live, but if anybody here has been in my lives sometime, and it's not to steer anybody away or to scare anybody, but people are weird on lives. And I told Coach this before, because Coach did call me out. Coach did ask me, why are you not going live? And I had told Coach one time, there's a lot of people that come into these lives and the men are weird. So I've had experiences in the past where I have been stalked twice. Okay, I have been stalked twice. So sometimes I get on these lives and I see these men coming in here and they're like saying these things that they saying, and I'm like, no, I'm out of here. Or I block, or you know what I'm saying? So I have to get over that fear. I really have to overcome that fear and just be like, I gotta go live because I need to speak to my people. I need to put my face out there. And people actually reach out and say, I've been waiting for you to go live. Where have you been? Like, I'm waiting for you. So I really have to overcome that fear, for real.
It's your biggest community builder. And it's also, it builds your confidence too. So like me going live built my confidence so much. Like I had confidence, but it's just, I can't put a limit on the wonders that it has done by being in, year 3, year 4 of talking to people. And the fact that people, y'all know it. And y'all know it without probably even thinking about it. People appreciate that they can depend on somebody coming to be a part of their day. And I learned that, and I've diminished from going live every day. I don't go live the hours that I used to. I'm literally, let me see, an hour and a half. That's 3 hours. In a week, I'm only live maybe 4 hours. You get what I'm saying? There's people who put in way more hours than that. But the fact that people know, I can go over there, and of course he's going to be teaching, He's not overly pressuring you to buy a product. He tells you what to do if you can't. And
Mhm.
it's funny, you know, we be chilling, we talk, we find out all type of stuff. So like that's a habit that made me number one more responsible, because you can get tired, and you do get tired of doing it in the beginning. But now I know it so well. I barely or rarely get tired. It's just a blessing. The other one is if I had to say a habit, um routine,
Mm.
routine, like routine and patience, yo.
Mm.
Like knowing that everything ain't gonna happen at once. And then like y'all will see, because we got that class Wednesday. But routine and patience, like you just gotta be patient, yo. Like you will trip about something that later on you would realize you could have did that at any time.
Mhm.
Like you can wake up in the morning, it be done in 5 minutes. And then at the same time, you if you scheduled it, it might can be done 5 minutes in that day. But we disappoint ourselves the most. It don't be stuff that happened to us. If you really think about the stuff that happens to you, that stuff happens to you kind of sparingly. Maybe 3 times a year, something devastating. Maybe every 5 years, and I read a book on this, maybe every 5 years do something change your life. What really gets you is the stuff we trip on, whether it's with us or whether it's with our significant other, that really be just a minor time adjustment. Like
Yep.
it's crazy we don't give ourselves that type of grace. And we make ourselves tired because we forget that we got a purpose. So
Mhm.
like a routine reminds you that somewhere in my week is like I have to place my purpose,
Right.
because that's what, like, happiness, y'all, will give you more time. I
Mhm.
don't, it's crazy, it's spiritual. But when you're happier, your time moves way better. When
Mhm.
you sad, mad, disappointed, it just feel like you losing it all the time. Like one day of disappointment can turn into 3 days.
Mhm.
And you be like, man, how did it become Friday? It was
Yep.
just Monday. You got mad about something that you probably had time to fix or do something else about, but because you got so in your feelings about it, here come Friday, you don't even remember Tuesday through Thursday.
Yep.
And we be shaming ourselves sometimes. We be like, you gotta be shamed that you've been that out of it for 4 days. And sometimes it be a real thing, but leave space for the real thing. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So routine has helped me not be overwhelmed. I don't deal with like clinical depression, but I've had seasons where I fell into it. I'm far from that. And nobody goes lacking in my house. And that's something I'm really proud of, because I didn't have that. I wasn't raised with it. I wasn't raised with my father. So I take time. And even if it's not perfect, I take that grace that I get from my family members, and I
Mhm.
also do my best to extend that same grace. You get what I'm saying? So
Right.
routine, and when it's time to work, I feel better. Everybody else feel better. Because like I told y'all, everybody got to be in on it. Everybody got to be in on it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
No, that's for sure. You gotta have that, especially at home, have some sort of support system so that you can, feel that inclusion. So everybody feels like
yep.
they're a part of the process. I just think that makes it so much more easy and manageable, if that makes sense.
And they only respect it if they respect time. Because if you respect the time with them, because it's not their dream. You
Hmm.
get what I'm saying? So I can't go, and a lot of people push this on us. I can't go head over heels in my business, even if let's say like I work maybe minorly under 40 hours in a week.
Hmm.
I know, and I've had people tell me, I fell out with people who told me, like, bro, leave the home stuff alone for a minute and go get that bag. But if it ain't nobody at home after you get it, who you gonna spend with?
Right.
So, and you end up just not being happy and wore out. It's bad for your health. So routine, y'all. And don't get it twisted. There's some season where you got to put more into your hour. So I know some of y'all like, I need more time. No, some of y'all, you got to put more into your, if you're working on this for an hour, you got to give me a better hour than that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't keep showing up and giving your business the worst of you. The worst and the last of you.
Yep.
Because we see it. We can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's the worst and the last of you, that's how y'all go live 15 minutes instead of an hour. And it'd be a boring 15 minutes. Let's be honest. It'd be boring. You don't know why? You gave us the worst energy you had.
Yeah.
You gave us that last little bit. You were tired. That's just like you dating somebody. You tired. They be like, don't come over here when you tired. Go to sleep. You could have came over here and took me to breakfast. You're gonna take me to a movie. You fall asleep in the movie. You uninterested. No, you could have took me to breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So routine teach you that, because in your routine, you also balancing out your energy and your time. You balancing out family. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes things move, things change, but I pride myself on dating my wife. I pride myself on spending time with my kids. You get what I'm saying? I pride myself on not even working too many evenings or nights. But that means in the daytime, I got to get it. So even when it came down to me, y'all, when I wanted to go better in my health, I had to give myself time that I couldn't take from them. Right. I feel this in my spirit. So I had to get up at 5 in the morning and say, ain't no getting up at 5 and you in the house. You gotta leave.
Right.
You really want to get this work in, leave. Get up and leave. Get up, get in your car, go to the gym, work out, and then continue with the day. You get what I'm saying? Some days I've even considered raising it an hour. But once again, you gotta be smart about it. But it's just the thought of, hey, if you want it, man, you gotta go get it. Because you know you're not gonna do it at night. You know you can't steal it from your family. So if you want to be healthier, 5 a.m. it is.
Yep.
You gotta say, you gotta build that habit.
You gotta work it in. That's it. I think the next question was from Annette. She said, at what point in your life your mind shifted to becoming a marketing business coach?
When I wanted to make money in 2021. No lie. And I'm gonna keep it short because I want to get to the other ones. But no lie, for real. I was selling them shirts. I wasn't paying no bills. It was in between. You can get a couple groceries. You might help with the phone bill. And you know, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And I got an amazing and supportive wife. You get what I'm saying? Who worked tireless hours during that season. But once you in it, especially if you feel like God led you into this, and that's what it go back into that energy. You got to go. So I love fashion. So I was like, man, but I love my shirts. You know, she invested in it, but people were asking me to teach them how to sell the shirts. It was themselves. And I would say, y'all, I did a night where I sold on live 27 shirts. Wow. And it's drop shipping. What y'all don't know is that $30 shirt is equivalent to $5 profit after you pay for everything. So what's 27 times 5? Not enough. And the only thing that saved me, I remember the only thing that saved me to making money that week was one of my partners in the line was like, bro, call me. And I called him. He said, hey, bro, check this out. Don't lie. He said, you turn your notifications off because last week on live, so Pope be paying attention to you. You said, let me turn my notifications off while I'm on live because it be distracting me. He said, so in live, your notifications off. But as you telling us about the shirt and playing the music, you keep looking up. You looked up 20-something times. He said, bro, did you just sell 27 shirts in live? I said, yeah. He said, you know, none of the rest of us doing it, right? Like, there's t-shirt people and ad people doing it, but nobody's organically at this time on live doing 27 shirts a night.
Mm,
And he was like, bro, whatever the class is, I pay you for it right now.
listen.
Even if it's just me. And he invested. And I put it together, put a price on it, and he paid for it. And the money he paid me was, I think, half of what the class, the amount of money I made in the t-shirt. Yeah. Yep, because it was 135. He paid me, and I made the class 135. That was my first t-shirt class, $135. He paid 135.
Wow.
Yep. So that's when I said, obviously I'm doing it just like my partner told me, bro, nobody knew it like you. So I started listening, y'all, and gave the people what they wanted instead of just being stubborn. Yep.
You gotta listen. You gotta listen to your audience, see what they want. They're telling you, you guys gotta pay attention to it.
Ashley has her hand up too.
Oh, go ahead. Hey, Ashley. Where's she at?
I think she's pressing the button too many times because she keep coming on mute and then going back on.
There she go.
Can y'all hear me?
We can
Yeah.
hear you.
Oh, because it's still so mute on my side, y'all.
Now we can hear you, love.
Okay. So this is my question. When you were talking earlier or whatever about the live, I know you got the game plan coming and all that type of stuff, but give us a little hint right now for us who have fallen in love with TikTok Live. Okay? And we are scared.
Yeah.
And I mean
Well,
scared.
yeah.
Aw.
With like where to go with it ended.
Yes. Ain't nothing like TikTok connections, man. It ain't nothing out there.
It ain't. But we got to create them. And it's a I'm not going to lie to y'all about there's a lot of unknown. Because we won't know. We literally won't know to that day. Like we
Yeah.
won't know, and it won't be for real to us, even with the game plan until the 19th turn into the 20th. And we
Yeah.
wake up the morning of the 20th, and that joint ain't on your phone no more. Because that's all it is. They just turn it off in the app store, and it's gonna disappear from all of us who don't got a VPN. It's gonna be gone. It won't hit you to the end. But what's crazy, we gonna be all right. Because guess what? We are naturally humans. And the people of Vine did it when Vine disappeared. They found each other some type of way. When Periscope disappeared, we found each other.
That's
So
true.
we just got to move to wherever we're going to move to for it to be a main. Like, and that's all you replacing. You got the other ones, it's going to be a main. The thing I can tell y'all is if it leaves, it's more of an opportunity than it is really a failure because
Mhm.
we can't control it. So we can't look at it as it was our failure. And just being honest, this quick note about TikTok, one side of me wants to talk to them and say, y'all did this though. They would get way more support if they didn't play as many games with us as they did. TikTok wasn't necessarily the friendliest after us. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Especially black creators. And I've been here
Mhm.
since the beginning. Y'all, from between y'all banning us, taking our accounts, the shadow banning that y'all did, like we had to figure out how to work TikTok. TikTok was in no way friendly to its creators. Y'all paid us nickels and pennies.
Mhm.
So it's like it's political. It's like now that these folk coming for you, yeah, we want y'all because there's a benefit we got, but at the same time, yo, we worked. That's our work. I'm taking my work with me.
Right. Yep.
You, if you wanted me to fight more for you, you probably should have paid me more money.
Taking better care of us.
Yeah, but y'all, especially their level of shadow banning was crazy. And
Mm.
they opened the door for everybody else to do their own version of it, especially Instagram. Instagram, after they realized TikTok was doing it, they didn't have no mercy on shadow. They really went pay for play. So I say work the strategy that I give you, especially be like people, y'all already got it. Everybody else, y'all gotta wait on it. But work that strategy and know that when it leaves, show up. Because what I love right now, and if y'all watch me, you can see it. People don't be live on YouTube like they should. People don't be live on Instagram like they should.
Nope.
and maybe you can read comments everywhere. Do we send it out to everybody like they used to? Like TikTok does? No, but people talk. So y'all telling me if we lose TikTok and I'm live on IG every day, you gonna tell you know how easy it gonna be for y'all to share that live? And y'all to say, oh, yeah, you know, Coach Matt, we be over there every day. Oh, Josie be live, we gonna find each other. And we got a community, so we gonna be okay. We got school, we got Beat Life, we gonna be okay. Now, you know, other folk, I don't know. And when y'all think about making money, the people not leaving with the app. They gonna be somewhere. And I don't know about nobody else, but go find, listen. I'm gonna find the people with the money. I'm selling something. Do you hear me? If we
It's
gonna
the
be in
fact
the
that your
streets,
hat says listen as you leave.
Right.
so I be telling people, y'all got the right coach, cause I ain't left when nothing else happened. You think listen, look at me in my eyes. I'm gonna listen. If it's a brand new platform, when I say, hey, y'all, they on Monkey Loose, what's that? Come find it. Made 10,000. I'm gonna be like digital marketers. I made $10,000 a day on Monkey Loose.
Cannot.
You want the Monkey Loose guide? I got a whole course on it. It gonna be done in 24 hours. I'm gonna hit that studio. Y'all gonna be like, why man ain't live? He in there making the Monkey Loose course. DPU Monkey Loose. If them people over there buying, listen, big old, I'm wherever they gonna be at, Whatnot. Somebody told me to check out Whatnot. I'm wherever the people mess around and be at. Cause they people go be somewhere. If they on Facebook, we gotta go back. Cause some of these apps we ain't going back to. So we gonna figure something out. I done told y'all what doing lemonade, all that. So I say don't worry about it too much, but work your plan. Like I gave a really solid plan for y'all that sent Beat Life. So y'all better go use that joint. And I was doing it on live. That plan is fire. What Jarvis even gave me, that joint is fire. So, and my thing is to be heavy YouTube. You know, we've been working on it anyway. Even me, I'm gonna need somewhere to go to do sales, but I'm gonna have an email parade. I'm gonna be giving out freebies for answering emails. Like I'm working every trick I got. That's all.
Work the system.
If I be honest with you, I'm probably gonna make more money if it get banned. To be honest, because we all become more valuable because people who ain't paying attention or who don't have the privilege of our information. Can y'all imagine them people? Like it's only so many of us. Y'all know how many people don't got this? This schedule ain't gonna change on this. So you know how many people I guarantee y'all watch. If that joint get banned, the Zooms here go be 100 people max every time. Because people go miss that. They gonna be like, where do I go? So all we gotta do is follow the doggone plan.
Yes. I've already started planting my seeds.
Shoot. And you already heavy on threads, like you never let threads go. When people start falling off, when all those fell off on threads, you still there. So
yeah, I'll be on FB and probably YouTube because I do really good showing my screen. That's how my lives be. So YouTube is probably definitely where I'm gonna have to transition to.
The big companies go do something too. They not gonna let, even if TikTok leave for a week, a month. Because I told y'all, I think it's gonna get banned, and I think Trump gonna bring it back. How long that's gonna take is the question. But I really think at the point he at right now, he kind of like let everything happen. Cause he crazy, but he's smart now. So he gonna be like, let everything happen. And then I'll bring it back and I get the credit.
Right.
Like that's what I think. Because politically wise, that's the move. Like let them ban it and be the person responsible for bringing it back. And you know how people is. People liked it when we got stimulus checks.
Yeah,
he wasn't even the one.
Oh no. Yeah.
He signed that. Like, I'm like, that's the. But you know, if I were like, oh man, he ain't that bad, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, be for real. Be for real.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that's how it go be. He bring back TikTok, folk go act, you know, and all the Republicans go sign it because they're gonna be like, one of us got to be president next. So why not bring it back? They ain't gonna care. Cause they really don't care. They just doing it just because, to be honest. And think about who Trump is. He gonna make them people give him some money. That
Oh
man
yeah.
gonna take the first flight to Singapore and go over there and tell that dude, you want it back?
Mm-hmm.
He gonna own something. He probably gonna own half the app.
He's a businessman. That's
He
a
gonna
whole
do a deal.
businessman.
He got leverage. That man gonna go over there person to person, say, I couldn't even call you for this. Let me get 25% of equity. Have you back next month.
Mm-hmm. He is a businessman through and through.
And you think TikTok ain't gonna do it with the money they making? They gonna look at him and say, all right, man, where you want to sign at?
Yeah.
Because 25% is better, giving up 25% better than losing 100.
Yep.
So I would cut the deal. Shoot, I pay him. Ain't nobody got enough.
Why not?
Yep.
Appreciate that. I'm gonna try to let me try this mute thing and make sure I'm muted. Hold on. Let me see.
Jesus. Not
Am I
Zoom working
mute?
too well.
No,
I got
baby,
you.
not. We
Okay.
got you though.
Do we got a last good one, Josie? I
Who
know it's
else?
10 for
Who
y'all
else?
on the East Coast.
Yeah, it is. That's okay. That's okay. Anybody else have any questions? Did we get everyone? I want to make sure we did not skip over anybody.
I can see mine's faster, so I'm trying to work through it. Oh, here's a good one I'll answer real quick. What's a good way to find out what people want? I got lots of likes and only post on social media. I don't be going on my site, even though asking them questions. So you have to get to where you ask questions, especially in your stories, especially if you use IG using your stickers. TikTok, you can ask them on a regular post. People like to talk, y'all, especially when y'all, those of y'all who go that pushing the journey route, people like talking. I was telling Days the other day, I said, as long as your people get to talk to you, they go stay. Is what in corporate we call making a sale stick. A sale sticks out when people get that thing they want. So like in Sprint, we did Hulu for free and Tidal for free for years because we was like, if we can give you one or the other, you'll stay with us just because you might think about leaving. Then you say, well, dang, I don't want to lose my free Hulu. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you got something to make it stick. And your people really like talking because even here, y'all got to think about it. This is the higher tier of what we do. Everybody don't get to talk here, which is why it's so nice that you get a coach on my level, creators on our level, and you still get to come ask questions. Y'all know how many of these? Once again, almost every course, you know what you get? A testimony service. I watched. I did somebody. I seen them. I said, that's it. I watched one of them joint. They launched, what was it, 2 or 3, whatever that .o they was on. I said, they don't get to say nothing. I mean, like I said, all we doing is testimony service. I said, this Baptist church right here. Yeah, we having testimony service. Ain't God good? Well, I mean, Carl over there sick as a dog. We ain't gonna pray for him. No, brother Marcus made $10,000 that week though. Like that's good, but well, like when we helping people, so people get to talk to you, they'll say it. So you have to make that available. Let me see. I don't see no other ones.
I didn't see any other ones either. And I don't think anybody has any hands raised.
How did y'all enjoy this though? Y'all know we gonna have our other interviews back next week.
Yep.
I told y'all this the call, Josie. This the one. We working on what number 2 is that we go put on Thursdays. But we got one. And that's big for me, y'all. Like this is a hit. Like I can't wait for Mondays through 2025 of this. And once again, this is going to become so much more valuable if we lose TikTok. And also, because another thing I just thought about, Instagram don't let you go live all day. They cut you off. Yeah, after a certain amount of, I think how many hours is it, y'all? Anybody remember? Anastasia may remember. I don't think you can go do 3 hours.
Are
If
you
you're a new
serious?
page, you can't go over an hour. So it may be 2 hours. Yeah, but you can't be live all day on that.
It's
You know?
3 hours. It's 3 hours. I
Yeah.
think it's 3 hours. It depends on how many followers you have, because I think if you have over, I think if it's over 10K, you could do 3 hours, I think. But no, they don't let you sit on live all day. They been stopped that.
They cut that off. It just
Wow.
cut, and they don't say nothing. It just cuts off. It just
Oh no. Nope.
yeah. She said,
Where
I
that
don't
at?
need 3 hours. But it's a lot of lives we watch for almost 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta remember my live is alone is 2 hours. Shoot.
Yep.
So I'm just saying.
Yikes. But no,
Yeah.
this is dope. I like having these every Monday. It's a good way to start the week off for everybody. You just get that mindset right. You guys have, questions you answer so you can be the most productive you can throughout the week. One thing I do want to mention is that I created a digital encouragement deck of cards for you guys. So I'm just going to go through it and I'm going to post it inside BPU so you guys have access to that digital file and you guys can go through that encouragement deck. It's going to have some productivity prompts, some words of affirmation, and just so you guys can pull a card starting every Monday or every day if you want to, and just, so you guys get in that right mindset. So I'll share that with you guys soon, really, really soon.
I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I dropped that routine builder, the time management tool, y'all, is $20. If you get it now, go try to fill in as much as you can by Wednesday.
Yep.
Okay. Go try to fill in as much as you can by Wednesday. And for all y'all that buy tonight, I'm getting Josie half.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much, you guys. Make sure you go grab it. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm probably gonna go post that encouragement deck for you guys too. If you guys end up wanting to have the physical cards printed out, I can also attach, some instructions on how you can print it out on some cardstock. So just let me know. I'm always a message away. But if not, then you guys have access to that digital file for free. Anybody outside of BPU is gonna cost some coins. Okay. Okay.
Right.
So, but just for my BPU family, then I'm gonna get you guys set up with those encouragement decks.
She said, wait, is this the routine sheet? Yes, that's the routine sheet. So if you have the Business Pro worksheet, the Business Pro worksheet is the full version. So hold on, let me drop that because some of y'all I want the full one. The full one is on sale too, y'all, and it's the same thing. I marked it down to $50. So you get like 7 more tabs over one.
Yes, it's worth it, guys. Trust me. It's what I use. I use it all the time. Keeps me on track.
Yeah. So we need both. No, the routine one is in the what's the name? Mail, you don't need nothing. If you buy something, it's for support, baby.
Mel. I love
Didn't
her.
I say
I
that
love
earlier?
her
Didn't I
so
say
much.
Mail one of the people I was talking about earlier. Be talking about, I need this. Baby, you got it. You bought everything.
I know she be on go.
I ain't made nothing else yet. What you mean? What you in the maybe you're in the mentorship? You what you got, dog? If you just want to send me some money, just cash
She
out.
got 2 of everything, coach. 2 of everything. She gotta make sure she's prepped and ready.
I merch. That's what the merch for. You buy every color BPU shirt. Let me not say that because she'll make around do that.
Yeah.
We'll make around see Mel in one of them joint every day.
See, look, yeah, that's what I need to do. See what you did?
Listen, I had people do it. Though. I've got some people that got every color and they like, I wear this every day. Especially when I dropped them Southern Beer sweaters, y'all, that first year, I had dudes buying every color.
I'm gonna cop the bomber jacket. I need the bomber jacket.
Which I'm always surprised I ain't seen one. I was like, man, I must have miscounted. I'm most of mid-county. But yeah, we working. And then I know I gotta give you your shirt. I gotta listen. I'm working, y'all. I'm working. I'm from 35 hours to 37 just to get y'all all the stuff I'm supposed to get y'all.
He's a busy man, you guys. He's a busy
I
man.
know, I understand.
She been waiting a long time though. I need to send her like 4 shirts because
That's okay.
she
I
won the first one y'all
understand.
back.
Aw, get it to her, coach.
I am. I'm gonna make it worth her while. Yeah, I finna help you. I finna help you real now.
He's helping.
All right, y'all. So nobody else has any questions? Y'all good? Everybody good? I really appreciate you guys so much, for real, for real. If it wasn't for you guys, we would not be on here every Monday, okay? So one thing I'm most excited about is the podcast. I cannot wait to get that jumping. Okay, that's gonna be dope. Super, super dope. So next week's call is gonna be fire. So make sure you guys tune in, okay? But if you guys don't have any other questions, I appreciate y'all. Coach, thank you for answering some questions tonight and giving us some real,
I'll take that as a keyword. You're not.
I'm good. I done came, I saw, I conquered.
Okay. We appreciate you. All right, guys. Good night. Thank y'all so much.